So for people who just got their mission call to Hungary, I've got to say the name of the game and the mission is going to be endurance. You've really got to work, and you've got to keep working, and you've got to keep working. Because, I'll be honest, I won't sugarcoat anything. Hungary is a hard mission. Nothing comes easy there. You're not going to just go out on the street and get 50 people's phone numbers. It doesn't work that way. Hungary really tests your ability to endure. And when you stick with it, you really start to see how much God really is supporting you. It's a tough language. It's like the third hardest language for English speakers to learn. It's got 20-something cases. I wasn't really able to be the companion in charge until my 6th or 7th transfer. The people there, they really need your compassion, your support, because they've been repressed a lot. They've kind of just passed from one tyrannical ruler to the next. They were under the Nazi rule, they were under the Russian rule, and before that even. So they have become a very downtrodden people, and because of that, they have a really hard outer shell, and so some of them can be pretty mean. But you really have to try and see them for who they are, because once you get past that shell, if one of them lets you into their shell, they become the nicest people on earth. They're incredibly friendly. They want to make sure that you're accommodated. I've been given giant packets of food from Hungarians. If you don't finish the meal they gave you, they package the entire thing up and give it to you. They really want to make sure that you're doing okay. They'll give you their coat if they think you need it. They're just really kind, loving people on the inside. So I just say that's why you have to endure, because that outer shell can be really difficult to deal with. But if you can break it, they become some of the coolest people on earth. The language is super fun to speak once you get the hang of it. It's a really beautiful country. I'm incredibly glad that I had the opportunity to serve there. I always kind of thought I would serve in South America or something. But Hungary was a twist on that. And honestly, it was everything that I needed. I'm kind of a stubborn person myself, so I needed a lot of instructing for God to really make me what I needed to be and to help teach me things He wanted to teach me when I was out there. And it's a refiner's fire, but it's the most worthwhile thing you'll ever do. I wouldn't be who I am today without having served there. I wouldn't have learned the things I've learned, and I wouldn't have helped the people I helped. There are a few people over there who I taught who got baptized, and I'm really grateful for that. Those people, who knows how different their life is going to be than if they had just kept going the way they had been going. Employment's hard over there, prospects are tough, and that really gets to people. It wears them down a lot of the time. But those members of the church who are over there who have the gospel are able to endure so much better. And they really have become a light to, their fellow Hungarians, to the others, because the gospel makes them so different. The gospel helps them, I think, really to break that outer shell, and make it so that people can really see that kind inner self that they have immediately. That's been one of the special things about the gospel in Hungary in particular, is that it helps them to really show their true light. Just stick with it. It's going to be tough. There are going to be a lot of really hard times when you question what you're doing. But I promise that if you endure and if you really rely on the Lord, you'll see His hand. You'll see it extremely clearly. And a lot of people's lives will be altered for the better because of that. So that's my message to anyone going to Hungary.